They need to get rid of that girl. I'm not for people losing their jobs, but if you cannot do your job, I understand being overwhelmed, but that was something else. So, man, if that ain't the true definition of a shit show, excuse my language, but man, I should have stopped waiting on that order. All right, good evening, guys. It's July 13th. It's Sunday. I forgot what day it was. It's been a weekend. Just finna finish up on my last shift. This should be the final video I'm putting out of my basically chase for 400 on the weekend. You should already see I've pretty much shattered that goal. I'm already at $395.68, I believe. So I essentially need to make $5 on this last shift, but obviously we're not gonna just try to make $5 and then come back. I'm gonna see how much I can actually get. I want to set myself a goal to 500, but I don't know how long I'm going to be out. So we'll just see how much we're gonna make, and everything we make beyond this point is just icing on top of the cake. So let's see what we can get. I get what y'all want to get my first order. Alright guys, that was a little rough. First order was ready, but it was a long line. What are you doing, car? It was a long line. People were placing orders, they only had one cashier. So waited for a little bit for that, and then I found out the first order that was sitting on the shelf was mine. Then I took that, put that in my car, came back. She was like, oh yeah, it'll just be a couple minutes. She hit me with that dreaded line. Couple minutes took about 10. The problem with Uber, unless it's something that I'm missing, is you can't see where the orders go. So the first order I had, which seemed like the bigger order anyway, had I known that there was the first drop, the closest one, I probably would have dropped that other one, because I would have assumed that the bigger tip came off of this order. Then I could have just cut my losses and made it a shorter trip. But Uber doesn't give you that information. So I had to, once I was kind of there for like 6 or 7 minutes, at this point it's like I might as well stay for the totality of it. So I'm about to head to these drop-offs. All right, y'all didn't see that because I didn't record it, but I had a pickup from Panera, and now that I think about it, it's the Panera across the street. But for whatever reason, they navigated me over here, and I'm just now realizing where it's at. But as soon as I got here, I said that the store went here. I really didn't want to do the order. It was $8.75 for like 12 and a half miles or something like that. So as soon as I got to the location, I hit store address is incorrect, which based off the navigation it was, so I wasn't lying. It gave me a word free on the sign, which benefits me two ways. It doesn't affect my completion rate, first of all. Second of all, I get that acceptance rate point, so I'll take it. And then they gave me a Kava 11 going 5, so we'll take that. Man, if they ain't the true definition of a shit show, excuse my language, but man, I should have stopped waiting on that order. Whoever the cashier was obviously didn't know what she was doing. She kept making everybody else's order and not knowing the correct order. She tried to give me a guy named Tony order. Then when she prepares my order, which she could have prepared forever ago, she runs into the other associate and drops the bag on the floor. And then asks me, is everything okay? And me, if everything, I have to deliver it, you know what I mean? I gotta make sure the order's intact. So she checks the order, says everything's good, okay, fine. Then I ask her about the Diet Coke that I see on the receipt or on my end in my app. And she was like, oh, it doesn't have a drink. And then I looking at the very top, the first thing it says is a Diet Coke. I said, well, it shows it's a Diet Coke right here. She didn't even make the Diet Coke, she hands me an empty cup. They need to get rid of that girl. I'm not for people losing their jobs, but if you cannot do your job, I understand being overwhelmed, but that was something else. So let me go get this dropped off. Hey, look, I've made my goal already, and I'm not really in a rush to make, well, I am in a rush to make money, but I've made my goal, so I'm good. Cool, guess he already out here. What's going on, boss? I got you back here in the back. Yeah, sorry about that wait, man. I don't know what the hell they got going on with that Popeyes.
Nah, man, appreciate you waiting for it.
Yeah, I got your drink too. There you go. I appreciate you. Have a good one. All right, guys. I just got this order right after I dropped off that Popeyes order that took forever. Shout out to that customer though. It was a 4th floor apartment. He met me downstairs, opened up the gate, all that stuff. He made that transaction a breeze. Popeyes made it hell. So I just realized as I was approaching my next pickup, which is the $14.25 going 7 miles from Luigi's Italian. That's another slow restaurant. So we probably gonna end up waiting on this one. We'll see, maybe they'll surprise me and have it ready, but I've been known to be waiting on orders in this particular restaurant for 10 minutes as well, so we'll see if they got it ready. Maybe they cranking them out. Oh man, and they look like they busy too. Man, I'm not parked. Guess not. Neither do I apparently. Oh no, I corrected myself. Yeah, this restaurant right here. 7:08. Let's see what time I get this order. So that one oddly wasn't that bad. 7:13. I mean, I ain't gonna say it was 5 minutes. So it took me a little time to put everything in my bag. So 4-minute wait. I ain't gonna complain. Alright guys, we just got this Dash Smart in this Albertson shop, which was just one item picked up. Now we're about to head to the drop off. I'm gonna go ahead and try to stay out to make $500. I'm only like $3.51 away if my math is correct. If it's not, oh well. But they should send me some crappy $3, $4. Well, I don't want it to be $3. Well, some $4 order that's at least taking me back towards my house that I can take on the way to finish this up, so I can cap this off with a $500 weekend. But you'll see me at this drop off, and like I said, hopefully I get something else picked up before I call it a night. All right, guys, I think we just got our last order that's gonna do it. It's an upside down order, but I'm not paying attention to the miles because it's taking me, I have to drive almost 10 miles to my apartment. This one's taking me 7 miles that way, so it's probably a couple streets down from where I stay. So perfect order. Get this 548, round off this $500 weekend.